Hey peoples, Karina here, coming to you with this video. As you see, the title is below. Now, I was wondering why this video that I made right now, I made it before this one. I had to take two on this one because I found out my phone was just too full of videos and I had to just delete some out. Because I really want this video to make it. Okay? This video might offend some people, but shit, if you sit back and think about it, it makes total sense. I'm not editing it out. So let me just start by saying this. Peaceful protests and marching, black people and the white people that want to march with black people, this is wonderful. But start opening up more opportunities with your privilege. If you know that, there's a chance that something that you say can be heard, put that shit into action. Start having more openings for black men to get jobs. Instead of they come into your business and you look at them automatically like as if they're a threat, or they're going to steal from your company, or they're going to do this to you, or they're going to do that to you. Give them opportunity to work. Because I have seen some people, some white people have did some snide ass remarks before, in front of me, as if you do know I'm black, right? Or if you don't know, let me educate you. We come in all different shades and colors, okay? They got some black people that are lighter than me, okay? Let me just go ahead and tell you, don't say, oh, I think that instead of black people stealing, they need to get out there and work. Some people, it's harder for them to find jobs because of how they look. And you don't help it any by just, you giving a scenario, but it's not a real solution. There's a lot of black men that find it extremely hard to get jobs. Not even before pandemic. I mean, not even right now during pandemic. It was before pandemic. Okay? So don't just talk about how black people need to get a job and stop stealing. Provide some jobs. Stop putting now hiring signs outside and then somebody of color walks in. Oh, the position has been filled, or this is only for this particular department. It doesn't say any departments outside. And the person pointed that out and be like, oh, I get it. You need to get a little bit more specific. I want to go into some shit that both races need to stop doing. So this might trigger you. It may or may not. If it don't, keep watching. I know I might get some hate for this, but I don't give a fuck. Things that white people need to stop doing that piss off black people. Looking for jobs. First thing, and I heard somebody say that, oh, they went and they didn't get an application for something, they just got a verbal interview or whatever, and the man seemed to ask him, you have any, the first question was out of his mouth is, have you ever been in trouble with the law? Have you had any felonies, this, that, whatever? He started boom, 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 asking him all these questions. Telling people they need to work. There's some white people with rap sheets longer than what some black people would have. And not all black people been to jail. Not all black men have been to jail. Not all of them. Okay, shit, you might hire somebody that may look super non-threatening and they can have like psychological disorders, like maybe they have killed people, and because they come in there and push their glasses up on their nose and they seem sweet and kind, you seem to overlook that, and then you leave and go on vacation for a little bit, and you come back and you find your store is all fucked up. Can't blame it on a Negro because you didn't hire any. Now you gotta sit and wonder where you went wrong. One thing that a lot of white employers are not understanding of, and I was just lucky enough to come across an employer before that actually had the same thought about what I'm about to say, it's priceless. When you hire black people to work for you, you can be sure the majority is going to come to work and do their job. Why? Because we got bills. Point blank, period. When you hire somebody based upon what they look like, he or she might just be, well, you know, like my parents, they have money, you know, I don't really have to be here. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell this little story because that just reminded me. Of an incident where a job hired white woman, very young in age. She was like 21 or 22. And she used to always do this shit. Like, this was a predominantly black establishment because they had other people that owned it prior to it taking over new management, where I was a hotel breakfast manager, but I did not like the pay and all the work that I had to do. Shit, I wasn't even making double digits, but I only took the job because I was like, hey, it's better than nothing. Ended up liking it, but I never got the raise that I was promised, so And then the hours just from 5 a.m. Dude, it's not even daylight outside. 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Dude. But anywho, they hired her, right? She came to work when she felt like it. And then her excuse is, well, you know, I don't really have to work. So, like, if they fire me, they fire me because, like, I come from money. I come from money. Like, my father owns this and they own that. And she was always end up looking depressed. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? She's like, you know, a lot of people are coming and telling me God bless me. And I'm an atheist and I'm this and that. I'm like, well, just tell them that. Or just tell them you're not comfortable with whatever they telling you. Whatever. Because I was still on the cusp of Christianity at the time. And I was like, child, I believe this. But at the same time, I don't push. That was when I got to the stage of not being pushy, because I was like, wait a minute. It's a lot of shit going on and this ain't working for me. Because I actually did research on where a lot of certain behaviors came from and just certain things. But that's a video for another time. I mean, shit, if you go through my videos, I'm pretty sure you can find something pertaining to that. If you've been subbed to me for a hot minute, just scroll through the videos. But she was like, always telling people, I come from money, I come from money. And then the reason she was depressed was her parents cut her off from that inheritance. And she still kept that vibe on, like, I come from money, like, I don't work for money, I work for experience. And I'm looking at her like, did you not just tell me the other day you was super motherfucking sad because you was talking to somebody and they was like, oh, God bless you, baby? They was probably saying it as an insult, because put it to you like this, when somebody say bless your heart, or the Lord be on your side. Like, did he bless your heart? Basically, that's just a nice way of saying, you poor bitch. Basically, seriously, if you're not from Texas or any little places less southern, you ain't even southern, you don't understand that bless your heart is not a motherfucking, it's not a compliment. Put it like that. If you watching this and you didn't know that, now you know. And you especially don't tell that to black people, because that's highly offensive. Bless your heart. And I even know some black people that'll do that shit. Be like, bless your heart. Basically want to be like, you poor bitch. But I digress. So she was basically saying how they cut her off from her inheritance because she says, I don't know why they're saying that I'm being a spoiled little brat, and that if I'm working, I need to understand the value of the dollar and understand this and that, you know, and that they're not just going to keep giving me everything that they cut her off. And she was mad about it. But a couple months before all of that shit, I come from money. And a lot of times, see, when you do that, and 99% of the co-workers are there working because they do need their checks, you're waving your privilege in their face. And she quit because she claimed, everybody hates me. They're just jealous of me because I come from money. They had some white people that did not come from money working up there were extremely offended by her ass. One of them told her, look, say, you're going to have to take that shit somewhere else, because us up here working, we working because we got shit to do. We got shit to pay. And the shit didn't really hit until one day. I guess the payroll was delayed. Something had happened with them changing over companies and then just barely changing over people that do the payroll. It turned out to what we were supposed to get paid on a Friday. And we never seen the mailman come with our checks, right? The FedEx man come with our checks, because whenever we got our checks, it was through FedEx. Oh no, I think it was UPS. One of them two. FedEx and UPS. I don't know. It's been a little hot ass minute. But they would come there, scan it, have you sign, whoever's at the front sign for it. And they didn't come. And they would normally be there around like 10 or 11 in the morning. We waited. And then we asked the other manager, be like, so what happened? And they're like, well, payroll has been behind in processing stuff, so y'all not going to get y'all check till Wednesday. People were coming up there being mad. I really wanted to call all the co-workers and be like, look, don't even bother coming up here because these checks ain't here. Because I used to call some of my homegirls, be like, look, they just got the checks in. Come up here and get your shit. Come get your shit. So I know you want to go do stuff early in the day with your kids. So she watched. Like, some reason I couldn't like get to use the phone or whatever, because I had to set up the meeting room for a big ass meeting that they had coming for when I leave. I had to clean up and do all that shit like that. Set up the meeting room in the hotel, make them fresh coffee, and put snacks out there that they had wanted us to do or whatever, because they paid extra for that shit. And I was like, look, I need to use the phone. They was like, no, you can't be using the phone right now. You need to do whatever. And I'm like, so I come back, I hear some loud yelling at the front desk. People are like, what the fuck? And I would try to greet a couple and be like, look, doing this. And they like, what that mean? I was like, checks. And they're like, what? They be like, what the fuck? And these was white people bitching about not getting their checks. Mad because they had shit to pay. And a couple of them had little bitty kids that needed to get some diapers and shit. And their husband didn't get paid yet either. Some of them was married and this was their second job. So she stands there at the front desk like a pompous asshole and just is like, well, it doesn't apply to me, you know, like, I come from money, so, you know, like, I don't really have to wait for a paycheck. I live with my parents and this and this and this and that. One of them chicks wanted to sock her ass. Was like, bitch, no, don't do that shit. There's a camera right there. If you sock that bitch, she's gonna say some shit to you. Let it be. But she kept that shit on long enough, and it just really fuck with everybody. And the manager was like, look, we gonna have to let you go. She told I didn't find out that the manager had let her go until later on, but her narrative is that she quit. Nobody believed that shit until the manager was like, nah, we all gotta stick together. They're like, I know we all are not the same color, but we all up at this bitch for the same reason. We got to fucking stick together. And our boss was black. He said, look, if you do the job and you help me with this here, because I'm part owner with this, we got this shit. All of us, we got this shit. So that was one example of some fucked up shit that white people need to stop doing. If you know that you working somewhere and maybe you got some kind of something to the side, don't willfully make enemies, because what you gonna do is, if you get somebody that's willfully your enemy, is you gonna make them do some shit. It's like you provoking people to agitation. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things you just should not discuss. If somebody find your address on file and then they can just, because y'all all work together and they just show up at your house, whatever. It's all kind of ways y'all be putting yourself in danger when you do shit like that. Be quiet about what the fuck you got going on monetarily. If you're there because you need experience, do that. But the ha and the tee-hee about that is karma still will get that ass. I ended up going to a grocery store that I normally don't go to, but I went because I was in the area. I saw her, she saw me, and she looked down. And do you know why she looked down? Because she worked at the grocery store when she was sacking groceries. I was like, wait a minute, you went from back here at the hotel making a little bit less than a grocery sacker, so what happened? But then that's when I saw that, that's about the time when I asked, so what really happened? Did she quit or did she get fired? Because she pissed off a lot of people to the point they were still sore about that shit for months after. If I see any of them to this day, they'll be like, get cringy about it. Be like, you know, it rubbed them the wrong way. So that's one thing y'all got to stop doing, because you're creating enemies out of thin air when you do that. That'll make the universe take shit from you, and then you're gonna have to work hard to get it. Which brings me to another point. If you're always bragging, chances are you're trying to fill a void that, you know, that you're trying to fill some type of void that somebody didn't give you something you needed in your life. So you just decided to make it be about this or make it be about that. That shit will teach you humility. Or you want to work somewhere and get jealous, like I mentioned in a couple videos past. Get jealous of a colored person getting more notoriety and more clientele than you because they personality, and so you want to try to make them look bad and play the white woman in trouble card. This is why it is extremely hard for me to make friends with some white women. Some of them will have the best intentions in the world, but I've done that before. And the moment something didn't go her way, she played the race card, and I'm like, I thought we was real good friends. So you gonna do this? Nah, I'm done with you. You do know you married to a black man, right? You do know your kids are biracial, right? And you still saying this, proof that, you know, people could be together with somebody totally different race and they can still be racist. But a lot of times, some white women get dignitized when you see like some 10s and 11s out there, dick size, because it's out there. And no, the stereotype is not true. All black men do not have big dicks, and all white men don't have small dicks, and everything in between. It's just, it depends. And I'm just throwing that out there. Some women just want the date. They don't necessarily give a fuck how they treat you. They just want the date. And which brings me to other things. what black men need to stop doing now. And some black women are doing this too. Well, a lot of y'all be provoking black dudes to do this, so let me go ahead and hip you up to it. Thankfully, I don't dress a certain type of way or cause no type of attention to myself, but I mean, shit, here's the thing. I ain't got no ass, so if your brother looking for an ass chick, I don't have for you, okay? I got tatas all day long, but most dudes dig it sparked by looking at the ass. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, I'm glad that I don't have a big old butt. I mean, I got a little bit, but I'm glad that I don't have a big old nice round pound cake back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I don't, because how would I know if you trying to fuck with me because you want to get to know me, or you want to fuck with me because you want to grip them cheeks? I'm just saying. And you still have, I mean, but I have a whole nother issue altogether. Some of y'all will take back shots and then wonder why a dude asked for your ass first. This is what you showed him first, is he asked for your ass first, because that's, you showed him your ass first, and be like, nah, I want to give it to you. Or if you do fuck a dude, be playing around, you somehow get their heart, fuck him, and put him on child support, make him not be able to see his kids, or vice versa, because you have some men out there that would do that shit to a woman. And some of y'all dudes be falling for that shit. Belle Biv DeVoe told y'all ass a long time ago, never trust a big butt and a smile. She can have a big butt, okay, but just don't watch the smile. Sometimes the smile be too pretty to match that ass. You know what I'm saying? Get to know, bitch. I don't give a fuck how fine she look. Get to know her. She can't help that she was blessed with breasts or blessed with ass. I mean, shit, I got more than enough breast assists, okay? I could work on doing some squats, get whatever going on back there. But anywho, I mean, it ain't bad, but it ain't a conversation piece, put it like that. But anywho, you got some women that ain't got no ass be in booty shorts. I don't know what to call that. I'll say pencil holders or whatever, because you ain't got, you know, whatever I want to call it. A lot of times, black man, we know you been hurt, dogged out by society, your sperm got stole just so a bitch can have a meal ticket. We get that. Stop falling for these hoes hollering about their own birth control. Stop falling for these hoes telling you they can't get pregnant, and then they trap you. It's a lot when I sit up and I look at stuff and I'm like, well, you do know, in order for a lot of shit to change and for it to be like not a bunch of unwed mothers of like multiple children, I think it needs to be some type of rehabilitation going on, because the government is keeping on rewarding bad behavior. You should look and say, okay, this woman is single. How many kids does she have? What happened to the father? You need to ask these women that, because some women be notorious for hurrying up and getting pregnant. Like, sad to say, I had a family member that would do some shit like that. I'd be like, shit, long as he take care of me and my baby, then we good. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, and then you don't want him to see the baby if there's another female there. Bitch, get over it. You trapped him with that baby. You did. Stop falling for these females. Like, I don't care. Y'all be having these weaknesses that y'all just need to cut out. Like, this dude told me one time, he said, ooh, you got that washing, go hair. It's like, oh, that shit that we, and said it in her creepy ass voice. Like, yeah, that's the shit we be looking for, you know? Like, make pretty ass babies. Stop thinking that women is just like fucking baby making machines, like saying, oh, I want to have a baby with her because this and that. In case you ain't noticed, my shit is not exactly I mean, I can wash it and go, but shit, when it dry, it look like this, okay? Don't get it twisted. When I put some good ass conditioner, it do what it do, but no, I can't run my fingers through that shit, okay? Seriously, cannot run my fingers through this shit unless I got some good ass condition. But anyway, stop looking at, oh my God, it's my shirt. Anyway, stop looking at what a female look like to be like, oh, she'll make a pretty baby mama. Or you see a fine ass, beautiful, chocolate toned woman. You're like, damn, she look like she bounced on my dick for hours. Stop looking at women for what they look like, thinking, okay, yeah, I want to give them the dick. And it's all fun and games until they get pregnant and you pop up like not being there and shit. You know, can you sit and admit to yourself that maybe you tried to make it work? Because that's usually the backstory when I ask a black man that come up to me and start just saying certain shit. Be like, look, I ain't ready for no, you know, this and this and this. You know, I just won't fuck. I'd be like, nope, here's the thing. My heart is attached to my pussy. I don't want to get no dick that good as you say. Then I'm going to have to introduce myself to your wife if you lied and said that you not married. But nah, and then I find out, nah, we ain't doing that shit. Something I always wondered, it's like, is there any faithful black men left? And if it is, do they live in a neighborhood where cops are just trigger happy? This is the way I think about shit. How I look at shit now and be like, okay, the whole black race need to be rehabilitated. A lot of women are doing jobs and taking care of certain shit that men were like originally supposed to do. We supposed to be the helpmeet, not the goddamn breadwinner of the house and let you sit there and take care of everything. That's just not how it's supposed to go. It's just not. But the fact that there's so many absentee fathers because they just want to bust a nut and go away from these chicks that they done did it with or whatever like that. It's like, get to the root of shit. Like, go get counseling. Like, okay, be like, oh, I like variety. Can you... It's like, I think about that a lot. Be like, I don't want to be in public thinking it's the best date of my life or it's the best marriage of my whole life, you know, and you showing me off, but on the backside, you got a whole ass side chick. Like, I've seen people go dealing with that shit, and I'm looking at them like they're totally fucking stupid. Because it's like, from the outside looking in, I see all the shit that he's doing to you. And do you really think that makes me believe that can happen? I mean, sure, it can happen, but it's like, I need to be seeing better. I need to see better. You know? Or you see some men that don't have a side chick that'll be married. I've noticed this too. Say you date somebody and then they got a friend that's married, but the friend is kind of losing interest in their wife, so they tell it to their single friend that you happen to be dating, and then it gets back to you, and you're like, damn, but this woman is just taking so much pride in the things that she's doing in the home, and the fact that she's able to pay bills while he's not working, or he just started work and she's able to take care of everything, but on the low he ain't happy. Like, he love his kids, but that seemed to be the narrative of a lot of black men. What the fuck are y'all saying I do to some of these bitches for, and then you want to holler at another female, or even worse, have a little money in your pocket and then start asking for sex? Had this shit happen more than once. And I'm like, what makes you fix your mouth to ask me some shit like that? Be like, well, you seem like really unattached and you got this don't give a fuckness about you, like you could fucking not have emotion. I'm like, that's the image that I'm throwing off to you? The don't give a fuckness? So the self-love and me being unconcerned with bullshit is literally showing on my face a lot. Like, I get this game face on, because whatever you think about a lot, that shit's gonna show up on your face. I mentioned that before. If I have like a tunnel vision mind to say, focus on me, focus on doing better for myself, focus on this, that for myself, focus on learning this skill, or focus on learning that. Don't focus on trying to fuck nobody right now, because that's all it's gonna be, is a fuck. So to be like, you know, black men done had it hard, go on here, hook your boy up. I don't see a ring, but I really feel like you married and you've been in quarantine with your wife a little too long, that you looking for some fresh meat. No, don't look this way. Some of them be white, some of them be black, but that's just the shit that's trying to come at me now. Be like, oh, y'all been in, that's what I've noticed. I'm like, oh, y'all been in y'all done been in quarantine too long with y'all woman. Now y'all want to start, and it be older people too. They be like in their 50s and their 60s. Sometimes don't be looking at, sometimes do be looking at. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to give you my pussy because you think that I look unbothered and that like I could just, like I would just do it, and I just seem heartless, like I couldn't even care. It's not that I can't care. It's just I'm more focused on me right now. And by the way, I do care. Just, you got to show me that it's care worthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just give my love and care to just know anybody. The same way I don't want to just give my pussy to just know anybody. I done mentioned that in a past video. Like, some people will be bold enough to tell you they got a wife and maybe she can't satisfy this. Tell her that. Don't tell me that. The only marriage that I don't respect is that bullshit sham marriage of my twin to the damn karmic. Because for you to openly admit that you knew that it should have never happened and shit, I don't have to respect it. I don't. Like, I just don't respect it at all. In my mind, I don't respect it, okay? Nor do I even try to keep contact. I'd be like, you know what? You already said what you needed to say, so now you just gonna live a lie. So you go ahead and keep that shit over there. But for somebody you don't know, giving you a sob story about how their wife is, you know, maybe their wife is always working and they never have time for him, or, you know, she can't do this and she can't do that and she doesn't care and she's not into my dreams and this and that. And they just like, wow, some of these people I have met come through my job, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they be like, well, just the way you talk to people, the fact that you be so relatable and you can, like, you literally have real dreams and wanting to do real shit and you want to this and that, like you got a plan for some shit. But so like I said in a past video, a lot of people be watching you that want to offer you certain things, but some people watching you is not always watching you for the right reason. You know, and a lot of black men got to stop doing that. Just because you got a little money in your pocket, stop trying to buy pussy from someone while you have someone. I mean, you can tell that you don't know anything about spirits transferring. You know, I don't want whatever you got going on in your motherfucking spirit harassing me. You know, I'm up having dreams and bad shit, bad feelings in my gut, you know, because I done fucked you. And yeah, you might have gave me a little wad or paid a bill or something like that, but what kind of mental anguish? There's a lot of things a lot of people on YouTube ain't gonna tell you. They telling you they living their best life, ain't going back and forth with you. But some women ain't gonna tell you that. They'll try to make it sound easy and be like, oh, I just called it out into the universe. Okay, when you call something out to the universe, it does, for you to manifest something, it will come to you in a specific type of way. If you didn't, I mean, the thing is, you can manifest, you ain't gotta be like, well, how you want it to happen. You just be like, well, I want such and such amount of dollars. And then here you go, potential sugar daddy. I'll give you such and such amount of dollars. Well, I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but my heart is kind of attached to my pussy, because I feel, well, it's more attached to my pussy now, because I feel like I'm an emotional being when I want to be. Yes, I can come off cold as fuck, but I'm not supposed to be wearing my heart on my sleeve to people. Like, just, here you go, you can have my love. You give me your dick, so that means you're in love with me. No. I want to make it so hard for a motherfucker to get to me that you really cannot get to me unless you fucking serious, okay? And then God, the universe, gonna have to break down them walls for you to get in, because I'm too old to be trying to be somebody's girlfriend. I'm not with that shit. I'm 39, okay? I'll be fucking 40 in January, okay? I don't have time for that shit. You know, it's kind of degrading that a black man will be more worried about what his friends think, or having this player image. Like, man, I can't just have a girl and, you know, just that make a nigga like weak as fuck. That make you weak. That make you weak. You got your girl, and your girl is your friend. A lot of times when you get people saying this shit on social media, they be paying a whole ass side chick to keep quiet by saying, I got a lot of work to do. You know, I can't even explain it, but I'm doing a lot of work. If I'm not going to be enough for you, I don't want to be with you. Point blank, period. I was having this discussion with one of my married friends. I said, so what would you do if your husband just hypothetically came to you and told you, and all women don't think like this, but I said, what would you do if your husband say, you know, our sex life getting a little boring, this and that? She say, shit, I go buy me a wig and look like a totally different fucking chick every day if that's what he wanted. And I was like, it's a good answer. Like, some people are willing to put in that extra effort. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, do you, like, it made me look at them like, wait a minute. So you willing to look desperate to keep somebody that stood at an altar and told you for better or worse? I mean, change around the way you look sometime. Yeah, you could do that. But I mean, at the end of the day, he got to see you when the makeup come off. He got to see you when the wigs come off. He got to see you. I knew a dude that said that, you know, chick was fine as all fucking get out. And then when she took off her wig and she took off her lashes, she took off her makeup, it was like a motherfucking dude with titties. Exact words. He was like, no, she got me. You know, I never really saw her without whatever. And then she looked different. Not the her that she presented to the world. He couldn't stomach her actual look. She spent money on her look, but she wasn't even trying to work on other things. Like her inside. Because he already knew she was like nasty attituded. But what? That pussy was golden. It's like, damn. Some of your male friends will tell you some shit about the people they with. You just gotta listen. But, you know, I feel like y'all need to be rehabilitated. Talk to a counselor for real and be like, say, I'm hurt. Why you hurt? Because you got with a woman and she made you feel this way or she felt like that way. Or you could say, you know, well, I was never given love, so I don't know how to show love. That would be more acceptable than to make all these other damn excuses. And then, like, learn how to do it. It's basically like this. What you want to receive from somebody else, treat them like that. You know, so I'm okay with the fact that until somebody comes with that same energy of my motherfucking twin. Unless that person comes with that damn vibrant ass energy, I'm not going out here chasing no motherfucking body. I'm not. That's not my MO. So don't think that because your pockets is fat, you're going to buy me. I've mentioned that before. Don't think you're going to buy me. Don't think that I'm going to accept gifts, hush money, because you want to feel like the man. I actually knew a chick that had a sugar daddy for like 4 or 5 years, and then what she would say once she got done with all of that and decided she was worth more than a sugar daddy and she wanted to get her a real man, she would think back and say sometimes she had nightmares about it. She was like, sometimes he would smell this way or smell that way, and she didn't want to do the things that he asked her to do. Degrading. Granted, we've all been put in, well, not we've all, but some of us have been put in some situations like ask some crazy ass questions, and some of y'all done went for it. But I say like this: if you can live with replaying that thought of whatever you done or whatever he done over in your head, that's fine. But as for me, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at it is like, damn. If you don't think I'm enough, and you don't think that what I'm telling you I really want, if you thinking that I don't deserve that which I'm telling you I want, then just move around. I'll tell you what it is from the jump. That way you can say, yeah, I'm cool with it. I'd like to get to date you, with the hopes that it would end in marriage. But if that ain't what you're looking for, keep on fucking going. Just tell the truth. Or sometime I'll trick you into telling the truth. Be like, tell the truth, you just want some pussy, huh? And then I'll be like, well, you know what? I don't just want no dick. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they be, no. Don't matter somebody's age. They talking about they just want to get their play out. What about you 60 and you still got player in you? It don't make you look like a punk because you want to have a good woman that ain't gonna cheat on you, ain't gonna do shit. Be like, well, shit, all men cheat. I heard a man say all men cheat. It's like ain't nothing you could do. Like, I overheard this. Somebody was talking loud on their phone. I overheard this and I was like, nice looking, but the fact that you would say that just made your looks non-important. Love yourself better so you can love us. A lot of times, y'all be going to different races because they don't require that much of you. It's easier to stay in your fuck shit and be like, oh, well, she just worships the ground that I walk on because I'm black. We want to be able to come home as black women a little bit earlier than our husbands. Cook dinner, maybe have you a shot of Crown at the door or whatever you drank before you get out of your boots or whatever. Be like, here you go. Especially if you had like a kind of a bullshit ass day. Here you go. Give you that shot, get out of your face, let you shower, let you do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Let you know when dinner is ready. Whenever you're ready to talk, you can fucking talk. But I ain't gonna be down your throat like, what the fuck happened to you today? Da 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 da. All women ain't bitchy like that because you done ran across a couple. My thing is this: don't make me feel like I'm not enough, and don't treat me like I'm not enough. Point blank, period. That's not gonna happen. If you want me to treat you like a king, treat me like a queen. And that's the way that needs to go. A lot of times y'all be holding women that will just willfully give y'all pussy with no attachments and no commitment. Y'all be thinking that shit is sexy until life hit and y'all really need somebody to stand in y'all corner. Think about your life. If you know you've been hurt by somebody doing shit like that, heal your motherfucking self. Stop giving your dick away. You know what I'm saying? Stop giving your dick away. Half these bitches ain't got but one agenda. Get pregnant, put your ass on child support. If a bitch is too eager to give you her pussy the first time y'all meet, that should be a red flag, bro. And I'm gonna end this video here. Talk to y'all later. Bye.